Inside Huntsville with Brenda Martin, a conversation with department heads at City Hall on streets, ball fields, public safety, and more. And also with our community partners that add economic security, support education, and enhance the city's quality of life.
Hello, I'm Brenda Martin with Inside Huntsville, and thanks for joining me today. There are a number of organizations in our community that stand ready to serve those families in need. Second Mile Development is one of those that continue to assist on a daily basis. The ultimate dream of Second Mile is to bring about reconciliation among all people, rich and poor, the educated, the uneducated, the fortunate, and the less fortunate. Second Mile serves the Terry Heights, Hillendale community and beyond through 3 programs. One of those programs is Pride for Parents that began in 1987 and serves thousands of people each year. With me today is Jamie Bush, Director of Pride for Parents, and we're real excited about having her on here.
Hi, Brenda.
Thanks for being here, Jamie.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, and welcome to our show.
Thank
now,
you.
Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself, and also, how did you become involved in Second Mile?
Sure. I used to be a nurse. God put me in nursing for about 10 years.
Is that right?
And I did travel nursing, pediatric trauma, oncology, and labor and delivery. Went through a rough patch in life, and God connected me with someone I used to babysit for that knew someone at Second Mile.
Okay.
And I came over and I interviewed, and now I'm in my 12th year at the neighborhood store.
12 years already.
Yes, ma'am. I've been the director for 8, and it's a lovely place to be.
Well, Pride for Parents accomplishes serving the communities through various programs, which the neighborhood store, of course, is one of them.
Yes,
Talk
ma'am.
a little bit about that.
What we do at the neighborhood store is we are a thrift store. We take in used goods. We have a truck that goes out 5 days a week to Madison County to pick up people's donations, and then we sell them. We have a unique look at the way we do things. We don't believe in giving things away. The whole title, Pride for Parents, is about wanting parents or people to be able to provide for themselves.
Sure.
So we have a volunteer program where people can volunteer their time, they work with our employees, and they earn credit to buy the things that they need. And that way they're providing for themselves instead of us just giving them things.
So that indeed is the purpose of the neighborhood store, or?
It is one of the purposes. We do several things there.
And what else?
We with the volunteer program, people can also volunteer because they have children in our preschool. Second Mile has a preschool just around the corner from us, and sometimes the parents can't afford their tuition. So they will also come and volunteer with us to earn the money to pay for their tuition. It's $30 a week, and right now all the teachers have master's degrees. It's amazing. We also have people that volunteer because they live in some of the public housing and they don't have jobs, and so they're required to volunteer. So they volunteer with us as well. We also have people that volunteer that are on probation, and it is it's really neat to see the mix of people that God sends us. And the way that they work together, they work with our employees, and it gives the employees a chance to be mentors. And a lot of our employees started as volunteers. So it's really neat to see the journey that they take and the ownership they can take in their job.
Well, what's a typical day like at the neighborhood store?
Everyone is different. Every day is different, but they all start the same. We open the doors at 8:30 to our volunteers and our staff, and we come in, clock in, and we all meet for prayer.
Okay.
And I read scripture every day. I take everybody's prayer requests, and we pray together, and it's lovely because we know what's going on with each other. We help carry each other's burdens, and it is a wonderful way to put God first in what we do.
And start your day.
Yes, ma'am. We want to glorify Him in all that we do. And it also gives a little bit of Christ to some of the volunteers that may not be able to make it to a church, or maybe at a point where they don't even know Christ. And so that's a real special part of it. And then every volunteer gets assigned with one of our employees. And so some may be hanging clothes, some may be sorting linen, some may take in donations, some may recycle. It's very busy. And the truck goes out 5 days a week to all of Madison County to pick up donations. We have donations coming in. Then we have the store. We have 2 buildings. They're both 10,000 square feet, and they are both busy all the time. The store is lots of clothes, lots of furniture, household books, pretty much anything you can think of. Lots of seasonal items that is so fun.
So now, how many employees do you have?
We have 15. We have 15. We have 5 gentlemen in the warehouse, and they work hard. And we have 8 in production, and we have 3 in leadership.
Let's talk about the warehouse,
Sure.
because that's an area that I've had some exposure, and I just find it very unique and very interesting how they operate there.
Good, good. I hope you've had a good experience.
I have, absolutely.
I know that you donate to us, and I thank you for that. You're very generous. The warehouse is a busy place. The interviews, we tell the guys, you've got to be flexible and you've got to be part of a team, because there are so many things that happen in there. We take donations in from people that bring them to us, and that's a customer service point. Where that person may have never heard of us, and now they get to know a little bit about us through the person that takes in the donation.
And we probably should mention too that that's a tax donation.
Yes, ma'am.
It's tax deductible is what I should say.
Yes, anybody that brings a donation or that we pick up gets a tax deductible receipt for their goods. They set the value, they mark everything they donate. That part is up to them, but they do get the receipt.
Okay.
The guys take in their donation, and it's really neat because sometimes people bring items. We're very respectful of the donations that come in. It's amazing the people that bring items of people that they've lost, whether
yes.
their parent has passed away or their sibling. And those are treasures to them. And so we treat them as such. Nothing is disrespected. Everything is taken care of. We try to sell really the best of the best, because even if you don't have much money, it doesn't mean you don't want nice things.
That's correct.
And so we want people to have pride in their lives and their homes, and it's nice. And then so back to the warehouse, they take the donations in, they separate them into whatever category they're in. Linens, household, furniture, whatever department they're in, and then they take it to those departments. And then we have recycling. We recycle many, many things that go overseas. We have shoes, hats, ties, belts, purses, and toys that go to Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Africa.
Oh my.
It's
Okay.
interesting. We even collect single shoes, so people don't have to be afraid to donate just one shoe, because actually those go to Pakistan and Iran, to some of the war-torn countries where people have lost limbs.
Oh my goodness.
And so it goes much further than people think of just a simple donation. And the shoes and all those things go overseas as well. We also are able to recycle some of our clothes, stuff that is stained or torn, out of fashion, we've put it through our store and it just didn't sell.
Didn't sell, sure.
And so we're able to send those overseas as well. We compact those, which is a busy, busy job in the warehouse, into 1,300-pound bales. And we send 32 of them in a 53-foot truck. They ship to Houston, and then they ship overseas as well, where people can use them for clothes, shred them for rags. They build headliners and cars with them. It's very interesting.
I'm just speechless. I didn't
It's
realize
fun.
all that that you did in terms of the bale.
Yes, it's a busy job. We have wooden boxes that we've made. If you can picture a wooden pallet, it builds up from the pallet, 4 foot by 4 foot wood. It takes 4 boxes to make one bale. So it's a lot of bending and putting them in the baler, squishing them down, tie them with metal ties. The forklift moves it out, and our warehouse manager, Joe, is very good at getting everything arranged.
So how many bales did you say you have?
Right now we have one. We shipped a load on Friday, praise God, because we're
Did you-
having trouble getting the bales out, because a lot of the warehouses are full in Houston. When the Ebola virus started in Africa, importing and exporting kind of shut down, and the warehouse is filled with the bales they had. It's very hard now to get bales to ship, and they're expecting that to be kind of on hold for 6 months.
Oh
Yet
my.
we're still blessed with donations. So right now we're really looking for some storage space, ideally to be donated. As a nonprofit, we don't have a lot of extra money, and this certainly isn't in our budget.
Sure.
But we want to make good use of the donations and find a place to keep the bales while we're waiting to ship them.
While you're waiting. Now, what's your address? Where are you located? Let's give our viewers that information before we go on.
We are at 2815 University Drive, which is in Huntsville, 35816. It is across from Northwoods Housing, next to a Jet Pep gas station. It is between the Olive Garden and Pulaski Pike on the west side of University from the Parkway.
And you have a telephone number just in case people want to.
The best number to call, I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
No, go right ahead. No,
I
no.
just get excited about what we do.
Good,
I'm
that's
so
good.
sorry. My office number is 256-489-8260. That's the best number to call because I can tell you what we have on specials that day. We have sales in the store every day.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And we also, I can tell you when we can schedule a pickup for a donation. I can answer a question about items we might currently have in the store. And we also, we serve a lot of people through the crisis center too. And so I can answer those questions. That's a good phone number to reach. We also have a website, which is neighborhoodthriftstore.net. And we have a Facebook page, Neighborhood Thrift Store. And the Facebook is a great place to go if you want to see pictures of new items in the store, what's on sale that day, what's going on, what promotions are coming. So those are good places to get all the information.
That's great. I didn't realize you did all that.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, we'll be, I'm excited that we'll be taking some pictures of various areas in the store.
I'm excited too. Thank you.
Tell us more about the actual store and the buying of your product.
Okay. The store is 10,000 square feet also, and if you walk in the front door, there are rows and rows and racks of clothes, and we organize by gender, and we divide by age. So it's women's, it's girls and boys, it's juniors.
Okay.
It's easy to find. It's also done by size. And they're very well tagged. Everything, you can look at a tag and it will tell you the gender, the size, when it was put on the floor, how long it's been there. And we color code the tags. And that way, when the clothes, once a month, the clothes drop and in price, so they're full price, then half price, 75% off and a quarter. So at any time you can come in the store and we have clothes that are a quarter.
A quarter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Everything's affordable. We have dozens of purses. We put out, our goal is 600 to 1,000 pieces of clothing each day. We have a production log that each person is responsible for, and they know their production quota that they have to meet each day to keep our store running in the way to meet the sales that we need to help provide for our other programs. And then in the back of the store, it's a huge warehouse. We have all of our household items, anything seasonal, furniture. We have a mystery corner for everything that doesn't have another home. We have tons of VCR movies and lots of electronics, books, just thousands and thousands of books. We also ship some of those overseas to Uganda as well.
Okay, good.
There's a gentleman that's starting some schools over there, and so he takes books for us over there.
That's great. That's great. You talked a little bit about other programs, or you mentioned that you serve other programs. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure.
You've got baby care, Toys for Christmas, Kids Kit.
We are busy. Under the Pride for Parents name, we run the neighborhood store, and then through the neighborhood store, we have Kid Kits, which is during July and August, we supply school supplies for roughly 1,000 children. And we do that by raising money, buying the supplies that we need, and then we charge parents about 30% of the total cost. And what that does with the fundraising is it allows us to provide a good backpack, which is about $40, with anywhere from $20 to $30 worth of supplies in it, and we charge the parents $10. And so that's my favorite thing that we do, because the kids come in with the parents and they see their parents paying for the item. They get brand new Crayola brand, crayons, everything's brand name, it's good stuff. They see the parents providing, they put their backpack on, and they're so happy. And it's really neat. That's not a money maker for us. It helps us with the relationships, and it provides hope, and it provides joy and pride for the parents.
Sure.
And we do the same at Christmas. We raise money, and a lot of churches do toy drives for us where they collect new toys, and then we go pick them up, and we do sell them. We sell them at a reduced cost, because we also believe across the board, whether it's something we're selling in our store or something seasonal, we don't give things away. We believe in the parents can volunteer. They can earn that store credit to pay for the toys. They can earn $50 a family to put towards the Christmas toys.
Sure.
So from the week of the week of Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas, we have shelves and shelves of amazing, wonderful toys that we sell for just a percentage of the cost.
It is also about providing dignity.
Yes.
For the parents.
Yes. There are so many programs that you have to qualify for, and you have to prove your need for this. And we don't do any of that.
Okay.
If someone wants to come volunteer, we are so grateful because we have a very small staff. So the volunteers helping us.
Help.
Absolutely. With everything, there's so much to do. That it really is a blessing for us. They're helpful to us, plus they can earn it. And there's so many programs that people can be dependent on, that we believe in dignity, not dependency.
Not dependency.
And
I love that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They can come and go as they want. They sign in and out. It's good preparing for jobs in the future for the volunteers also. And we follow some pretty strict policies in that in the thrift world, there are lots of thoughts that everybody that works there gets advantage of the donations. We get the good items first. We get all the best things. That's
right.
not true with us.
Yeah, that's right.
We, I've seen other news items and we don't want to be associated with that. The Bible says, avoid all appearances of evil. Mm-hmm. So we go very far to make sure that we do the right thing. And what I mean by that is when the donations come in, we're blessed to see everything that comes in, and we get beautiful donations. So everything is priced, everything is put on the sales floor, and it has to be there overnight before any volunteer or any staff member can buy it.
Okay.
And that way the public has a chance to shop for it before we do. And if it's something that someone is interested in, they're not allowed to price it themselves either.
Okay.
So we try very hard to let the public have the first shot at the donations, and
be above board.
yes, volunteers and staff too.
Mm-hmm.
And it all works out.
What's your favorite time of year?
Oh gosh, there's so many different things. I love our fashion show that's in the fall.
Uh-huh.
But and that's a beautiful fundraiser for either Kid Kits or Christmas. But my favorite thing is the Kid Kits, because when the backpacks come in and they're full, and the kids come in and they put the backpacks on, and they're so excited. We always ask them what grade they're going into, and there's some kids that are just gloomy and they don't want to go to school. And so, we cheer them up and we talk about, look, your mom or your dad is here getting you ready for school. They love you so much.
Yes.
And so it's also a time of ministry when we can show them
Mm-hmm.
how invested their parents are in them to get them ready for school, and maybe open their eyes to something that they don't realize is happening.
Sure.
And we sell them over a 3-day period, and it's my favorite time of the year.
Now, how old are the children?
We do, some preschoolers can use our elementary bags. We do 2 sets. We do sets for kindergarten, preschool up to about 5th grade, and then we do 6th grade and up. Differences are, and they're not teacher specific, they're just a very good starter kit, because teachers have so many different requirements that we just can't do each teacher's requirements. But we print off every school that has a supply list for the parents. The parents can see it and see how it matches up to what we have and what they need.
So you get say that again now.
We print out every school's supply list.
Do you?
That's
Okay.
online. And the city schools in Huntsville and Madison are both good at posting those.
Okay.
Up until about high school. We print each school so the parent can look at that, compare it to what's in the backpack. We also sell loose supplies. It's kind of like a little mini Walmart at our store. You can come and buy whatever you want, but much less than any store locally. And it's really neat. It's busy, and it helps the parents know exactly what they're going to need for school. And the older one even comes with like a scientific calculator, a thesaurus, a dictionary, a protractor, good stuff.
I mean, you do so much.
It's fun.
It's
an honor.
incredible.
It is an honor. It's a blessing. It is so neat. And the money that it takes to make that happen just shows you the generosity of our donors. We have a huge donor base, and we're just very blessed. We're very blessed by that people appreciate the way that we take care of things.
Mm-hmm. So your truck goes out to the entire community.
Yes. It's not just right in Terry Heights and Hillendale, which is a lot of the people we serve. We have a lot of people that walk to our store and come every day or twice a day to see what's being put out for sale. And our truck goes anywhere from Meridianville all the way to Lacey Springs, all the way out to County Line Road, and out to Hampton Cove. So we do quite a bit of driving, and we get amazing donations. We also do deliveries for people that need them.
Do you? Oh, you do the deliveries
the
as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And the people that sometimes can't afford the delivery, they can also volunteer to earn the store credit to pay for the delivery. So we try to make it possible for anyone to have anything they need. If we've had homeless people come in that just needed pants or shoes and have nothing. And so if a pair of shoes is $2.99, they can help us sweep up the floor for half an hour, and they've earned the money themselves.
Earned the money
to buy their own shoes.
Yes.
And can you imagine how much that little bit of pride must go so far when you have no home even?
You know, well, what's amazing too, listening to your story, to realize that there are people here, right here in this community that has so much.
Oh, yes.
That have such a great need.
There is a huge spectrum. There is the donors that are just so generous, amazing donations, clothes with tags on them that they've just not worn. Beautiful, beautiful things. And people come in that literally have no shoes on. We have had families come in with children with no shoes on. They don't have any.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, there have been some lots of abilities to witness to people and to bless them. And it's neat to see other customers take up for other customers when they'll see like the moms that maybe can't quite afford the shoes, but they have no child care, so they can't volunteer. So we've seen other people come and say, I want to buy shoes for those kids.
Oh, my.
Let me volunteer.
Yeah.
And they'll
Oh,
just do
goodness.
something.
Oh, how sweet.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
God is so at
Oh,
work
wonderful.
there.
Wonderful. And I love the fact, too, that you encourage people who are interested to tour your facility.
Absolutely, anytime. I love giving tours. I love talking about it, obviously. And we're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, and you can come anytime. And if anybody wants to schedule a group tour, that's great too.
Ah, wonderful. It's been great having you here today.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
joining me today. My guest today has been Jamie Bush, Director of Pride for Parents for Second Mile Development, where dignity, not dependency, is put in action on a daily basis. I'm Brenda Martin for Inside Huntsville. Have a great day.